If you thought the first XRP spot ETF was big news, just wait, because that launch was essentially a preview, a warm-up round. The issue behind it was small, almost unknown, and still managed to outperform every ETF debut this year, and that alone should make everyone stop and think, if a tiny firm can generate that kind of demand, what happens when some of the largest asset managers in the world step onto this field? Because the truth is, we are less than a week away from a lineup that the XRP community has been waiting years to see. Now, before we dive in, a quick note: Bitunix is a platform that I use for leverage trading. It's simple to set up, you only need an email, and they're offering big bonuses right now. Link is down below if you want to check it out. And while you're here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next market update. What's coming next isn't just another ETF. We're talking about the kind of issues that move entire markets, that kind of names that dominated Bitcoin ETF inflows the moment they went live. Investors trust them, institutions also trust them, and once their XRP products hit the public stage, you can expect a very different level of attention and very different levels of liquidity. And before those launches even happen, XRP's chart is already hinting that something big is brewing. And today I want to break down why the timing here is almost too perfect, and why XRP's structure is holding exactly where it should, and how these ETFs could actually be the catalyst that finally breaks the market out of the downtrend. But after we talk the charts and ETFs, we need to get into something entirely different, which is something that could end up being just as important for XRP as the ETFs themselves, which is the Evernorth treasury model. What they're building has the potential to redefine what an institutional treasury looks like inside the crypto world. Franklin Templeton, Bitwise, 21 Shares, CoinShares, Grayscale, Wisdom3, these are the firms that generated billions in flows for Bitcoin. They're the ones traditional investors gravitate toward, and for the first time ever, they're about to roll out XRP spot ETFs back to back over the next few days. This is where timing matters. XRP hasn't been immune to the market slump, but compared to other assets, the selling has been controlled and it hasn't broken the structure. Does XRP get the push it needs the moment the big issues go live? If Franklin Templeton delivers anything close to the volume projections being thrown around, even something in the $250 million range, it could be enough to flip sentiment instantly. And if that happens, every issue that follows will only add to the momentum. But if inflows disappoint, the market could hesitate short term, and expectations definitely matter here. While everyone has been focused on ETFs, Evernorth has quietly been preparing something that could end up playing just as big of a role in XRP's long-term narrative. And they're building a treasury model, but not the kind we've seen from Bitcoin-based strategies. And here's the problem with those Bitcoin treasury strategies. They take on debt, buy Bitcoin, refuse to sell Bitcoin, and then cross their fingers that the price outruns the interest they owe. There's no yield, there's no revenue, and no income stream. It actually works only if Bitcoin keeps rising forever. It's speculative, fragile, and not at all aligned with how real treasury operations function. Evernorth is taking the opposite approach. Instead of relying on speculation, they plan to use native DeFi rails on the XRP ledger to generate actual income, yield that can service debt and generate returns, and also sustain a real business model. And if they pull this off, it will bring in the institutional DeFi to XRPL, unlock new products and financial tools, create demand for XRPL-based liquidity, and showcase its treasury strategy that actually produces cash flow, and also provide traditional finance with something that feels familiar and functional. And this is exactly the kind of development that wins over banks, funds, and treasuries. Not NFTs, not meme coins, not hype, real tools, real products, real cash flow. And Ripple has spent the last decade building the serious side of blockchain. Evernorth looks like the next chapter of that story. And when traditional finance decides to commit serious capital to crypto, they're going to gravitate toward ecosystems that already speak their language, operate with their standards, and solve real institutional problems. And XRP is positioning itself to be that ecosystem. Between the ETF flood about to hit the market, the technical setup on the charts, and the foundation Evernorth is laying for institutional treasury solutions, the next phase for XRP is shaping up to be one of the most important we've seen yet. Thanks for watching, and I will keep you updated every step of the way. I will see you in the next one.